Alright, hello, welcome to Flooded Valley Chimps, a guide on that. So, it's Nameless Bandicoot, and this time I decided that I would commentate over what the hell I'm actually doing instead of just leaving the guide on. I think it makes some more sense to talk over things, and I'm too lazy to write, so here we are, talking over Flooded Valley Chimps. Now, I came across a fairly interesting strat the other day. I was following someone named dpddpd or whatever, and I came across his guide where he's using a silly, so very strange, but it seemed like a pretty clever guide actually, so I decided to give it a go, and here we are with this guide and this video. A new Bloons Tower Defense 6 video. I haven't been uploading for a little while. Anyway, Flooded Valley is one of the hardest maps in the game. Not the hardest for sure, but definitely harder than Workshop, Infernal, and the Dark Castle in the category Expert. But anyway, the gimmick of this map is this little track here, and the track has the same entrance and exit, which is a mechanic I fucking hate, but it is a mechanic that this map has, unfortunately, meaning that it's usually very difficult to tell if you're actually leaking a balloon or not. Like, you will not be able to tell what's happening on the screen at the later stages, which does not exactly help in the gameplay department, but it is what it is. Anyway, so we start off with this sub here. Just make sure that you have this little curve on the outside of the track, just like this. Not like this, but like this right here. So this should be good, but it's far from anything. It's far from pixel perfect. So this is kind of the difference with this map and the other expert tracks, is the fact that you can start however you like, or it's not a start that you have to do, or a placement that you need to get pixel perfect. But the other maps, they work like that, like Ouch and all of those. Anyway, whenever you place the sub and you press start, at the very end, you will notice that that you will have enough for another sub, but it's going to be at the very end of the round. So what you should do is to press X to make sure that you can afford the next sub. That is just in case you leak a red balloon, which sometimes happens. If you don't get the best placement ever, then you will leak the balloon. If you do get the best placement ever, I'm actually going to lose this round because I leaked a blue balloon. That's hilarious. That's a great start. Are we gonna just be restart? That's hilarious. I think I placed the sub too far down, or just bad RNG. That's also a part of this map, unfortunately. At least the very beginning. I think it happens when I use the slow speed right there. So now I also you saw it right there. The dart just barely missed, but I placed the sub down in time, and I did not leak there. Hilarious. All right, let's just keep going. Funny start, but anyway, let's the next thing we will be getting is a silly. So just keep going. There is no chances that you are going to lose with 2 subs on this map. Somehow on mobile I've lost round 6 many times, but that's something I think is due to a bug, because the darts were not hitting the balloons on the upper side of the track. I'm not sure why. Anyway, let's get the silly on the onto the track. So here is the best spot. Just make sure that you have it just a little, have her just a little bit in front of the of this thing with yellow and black. But the thing is, do not place her any further on the track, because that is going to ruin the placement for the spike factory, which you are going to be getting later on. So here is the perfect spot. There we go. Nice. And then we will get the twin guns, barb darts, and the airburst darts before we get the spike factory, which is something we need for round 24. So usually the way you play this map is to get the carrier flagship, and then you get attack zone and stuff and path, but there's a lot of nonsense there. Ooh, I almost lost there because of RNG. That yellow there sometimes leaks. It's just completely random. And I have the right setup and everything, but if you're very unlucky, then you will actually lose there. That's the thing with this map. It's this map in a nutshell. There's a lot of bullshit, but it's not that difficult. It's not like heavy in difficulty, but it is quite high in bullshit. Right, so barb darts and then airburst darts. So as you can see, the early game is easy. Usually you are very nervous whenever you play Muddy Puddles or any of those maps. You're barely surviving in the early game, and here it's easy. It's very easy, which is quite nice, because at least you get a shot at the Black Order right off the bat, instead of just trying and trying and trying the early game over and over and over. It's quite tedious. Like, I tried Bloody Puddles the other day, and it becomes just boring at some point when you lose, even with pixel-perfect sub placement, because of RNG. The subs are so filled with RNG, they're so annoying. But anyway. Before round 24, we need to get the Spike Factory, otherwise you are gonna leak the camo wound. And, yes, we can place it down. This placement is very important to get right, otherwise you will lose, because as you can see here, it barely covers a portion of the track. Now, it's kind of an easy placement. You can't exactly compare it to the Sanctuary placement. So you place it, you place the back of the Spike Factory right there, just on the path right there, and then as far into the wall as possible, like this. Right there. This should do the trick, just like that, and as you can see, it worked. And as long as that works, then you are good for round 24. The thing is, long reach would do the trick. It's cheap and everything, but we're not going to use that path of the Spike Factory. We will be getting the 4-0 Spike Factory. So you would lose in the 50s if you would go for a long reach, because you need a faster production later on. Which is kind of a shame, but it is what it is. Alright, so we need the heat darts for the LEDs, and we also need the triple guns for the 30s. So we're gonna be getting those. There we go. And next up is bigger stacks. So as you can see, again, easy. No problem. No problems. If you are losing on this map, it's either the 60s, 90s, or if you did something wrong in the early 40s, 50s. But the challenging rounds here are late 90s, and that's the thing with the tax zone strat as well. But that strategy also has a lot of micro, which I don't like, in the late 50s, early 50s, late 50s. Round 98 there is a pain still. You have to time abilities very well, and it's annoying in every aspect. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going. There's no chance to lose round 33, so we're not gonna worry about that. Alright, there we go, and round 34 as well, no problems. But next up, we will be getting a Druid. So we want to place a Druid around here, so might as well just do it right there, and then get Druid of the Jungle, which has gotten a pretty nice buff. So you can place it on strong like me, or just not do it. I honestly think it doesn't really matter, but it might matter. You never know. But in my results, I have tried both, and both have worked. So I don't really think it matters, but perhaps it does. But you never know with this game and level. All the RNG bullshit. Alright, so the spiked balls, faster production, and even faster production for round 40, and then we get the Alchemist for Berserker Brew as well. Otherwise, you will not have strong enough balls to handle the Moab. So there we go, even faster production right there. And now, the Alchemist is the next thing we're gonna get. But, you don't have to buy it yet, because you can't afford Berserker Brew anyway. So you can buy the Alchemist when round 39 is over. Alright. Now, we want to place the Alchemist around here. I think this is a great spot. Yes, this looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Then Berserker Brew. We're gonna buff the Spike Factory. We're not gonna buff the Spike Factory for some reason. Oh, then I am dead. That's that's pretty funny. I can just retry last round because of the wrong Alchemist placement. Oh man, that's so embarrassing, dude. I'm here making a guide and I can't do it correctly. There's a reason I did this on Challenger Editor, dude. I'm just not gonna. It's better that I make the mistakes so you guys don't. So that was a little bit too far. Alright, this should be good. Yeah, there we go.
Even these small ones
and no chance. So that's funny. Anyway, let's get the druid, the next one. So yeah, be careful about that. Get it to the left as far as possible, but don't get it too far. Otherwise, it doesn't cover the Spike Factory. Alright, so we get the next Druid of the Jungle, and we keep going. Next up is gonna be the village, the discount village. But we didn't have time for the discount village yet, because we needed the next Druid for round 43. Anyway, it's time for the discount village. I'll place the village right here, and then it's not really where I want to place the village. Whatever. I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. But anyway, let's get the monkey business, monkey commerce, and then let's get ready for the next druid for round 45 and 46. Alright, there we go. Get Heart of Oak, Druid of the Jungle, as soon as we can. There we go. Alright, so next up is the Stronger Acid, Perishing Potions. There we go, and also the Bigger Radius and Jungle Drums as well. This is all great stuff. Very nice. Gotta be a little bit careful about this round, but it shouldn't be a problem. Just make sure that you get the Jungle Drums for round 47. Which has a pretty challenging beginning right there. And there I just lost because of bad RNG. Wait, I didn't purchase it? Okay, that's why I lost. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Look how easy it is. So that was just me being dumb. I didn't press the button. Me being too fast. Alright, next up is the Stronger Simulant. Thank God for the Challenger Editor, dude. I'm just so glad I don't have to... I don't have to restart the recordings and everything. Alright, it's kind of funny though. Alright, let's get the Stronger Simulant just fixed. Round 49 is no problem. But round 50 is a little bit challenging actually. But with Stronger Simulant, it should be fine. Next up, we will be getting a mage, but we will not be getting the monkey just yet. We should be waiting until round 50 is done, because sometimes the alchemist does not buff the wizard. Look how easy it is. You will not lose there. So now we can get the wizard, so guided magic, and then get the shimmer, and then the army right there. And everything is gonna be under control now for quite a few rounds, so we can save up for the spike mines, no problem. So nothing is gonna kill you in these early rounds, unless you make those silly mistakes like me, for not covering the spike factor with the alchemist, and forgetting to buy jungle drums. which I didn't really forget, but anyway, didn't press the button. Alright. Still going strong, I'd say. No problem. Well, the next hard round is actually... yeah, what is the next hard round? I don't really think anything is hard now until the late 90s. Which isn't really that hard either. It's just that you gotta be a little bit careful. But now we are saving up for the Prince of Darkness, which is gonna handle everything until around 80. Around 84, I think. We're getting the Sky Feather. Around 85, something like that. But now, the only thing you need to keep your eyes on is Scylla's ability, which we need to use on round 60, round 64, and then we get Prince of Darkness after round 71, I believe. Round 63 is quite easy. You should not lose on it, unless you have absolutely garbage RNG. But now, it's time to use Scylla's ability on the BFB, and with Scylla's ability, it's very easy with the back, no problems. Alright, so, no problem. 62 is gonna be no issue either. But round 64 is extremely dangerous. It requires you to use the ability instantly. But if you do that, you will not have any problems at all. Alright, round 62, we're gonna go for round 63, and as you can see, we were not even remotely close to losing right there. So, very nice. Everything is looking great so far, apart from my earlier fuck-ups. But now, use the ability as soon as you can, and you will smoke round 64, but it is scary right there. It's a very scary round, because if you don't use the ability, you're dead. Alright, so now, the rule of thumb is going to be, whenever you see a BFB, you use the ability. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Just make sure that whenever you reach round 79, do not use the ability, because you need it for the Oh My God. So the rule of thumb is going to change in the later rounds. It's going to be whenever you see a Oh My God, you use the ability. But now that we do not have the Prince of Darkness, it's just better to be on the safe side. So, but you don't necessarily have to do it. But why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? But if this is another BFB round, although I might test it to see if it really matters, just to risk it a little bit. You see, it doesn't matter, because we have so many mines on there. But there you could have used the ability just fine. And round 69 and 70 are both very easy. So we will be getting the Prince of Darkness any second.
Yes, I see.
So there we go, round 70. Prince of Darkness is coming very soon. There we go, Prince of Darkness, Arcane Blast, why not? And then we will be getting the Sky Shredder. So we can just save up for that. And now that you have the Prince of Darkness, you can just let the game play for a little bit. Just sit back, relax. The next hard round is 80. Or the next round where you need to do something is 80. That's just a better way of saying it. Although round 76 can be a little bit scary because of all of the ceramics, I advise you to just press Silly's regrow ability there, which prevents regrows. It just makes round 76 a lot easier. So now that I have, I'm using this challenger editor, I can just play the round, and you will see what happens if you don't use the ability, so you can compare. That's just a funny experiment. There we go. This is also a place where you could use the Silly's ability if you want to, but you don't have to, because again, you only need it for, but look, no problems. So you don't have to use the Silly's ability on it. But it's gonna be even easier if you do. Alright. Round 77, 78, and 79 are all very easy. They're all very, very easy. But round 80, you need the ability. So nice and easy. Round 85 is also the next round where you need the ability. Because we have So My Gods, and then I believe it's 87, 89, 90. Is it 94? Is that the next So My God round? I can't even remember. But the late 90s are not so bad. I mean the early 90s, but round 97, 98, those two are the hardest round of the run. The rest is kind of easy, provided that you just don't mess up any placements or mess up any upgrades like I did. But as you can see, we haven't had any problems. Like, we haven't been close to meeting with the setup. It covers everything perfectly fine. But it is kind of a weird strategy. Alright, so let's use the ability immediately on this Oh My God, so we kill the insides. And there we go. And just keep going. And 81, 82, 83, 84, no problems. No problems at all. That was 81. You can just keep going. But I'm not gonna switch on auto start. It's always a very scary thing to do, because then you are bound to forget something. It's not that easy, but it is easy. But I would never have a turn on auto start for an expert map, unless it's on Infernal, but Infernal is not an expert map. It's easier than X Factor and Peninsula, I would argue. Probably also easier than Path's Pond, which is a pretty difficult map as well. Alright, so that was round 83, 84, also no problems, but do make sure that you do not use the ability. I'm just gonna remind you, because if you do, 85 and you're dead. There's two So My Gods here. So use the ability right away, there you go. And you're gonna handle both So My Gods just like that. And with that round out of the way, it's time to get the Sky Shredder going. Right here is a good spot. We will be getting the figure 8 rapid fire Sky Shredder and the camo detection on it, because we need the DDT popping power. So this is a nice spot for it. There we go, no problems. Round 87, we see two So My Gods, then we use the Silly's ability. Next up is gonna be another Alchemist. We're gonna get Stronger Simulant and Berserker Root. Stronger Acid, Perishing Potions right there. And after that, it's gonna be a Blue Gun. Round 88 has a So My God here, but you don't have to use it now because we have the Sky Feather. When you... The rule of thumb usually will be done. Alright, so the Blue Gunner can replace it here. Yes, we can. And have you on strong, and then we will be upgrading you with the Sticker Glue, Stronger Glue, Moab Glue, and Bigger Globs. We don't want the glue splatter because we don't have a lot of extra money, actually, with our setup, because we need to buy a silly round 20 for the bad, which costs 13,000. It's very important that you keep that in mind, because if you don't, you will be losing round 100 for no reason whatsoever, because Azili insta-kills it, so why wouldn't you use her? Alright, so round 92, no problem. Either Sky Shredder wrecks everything, but use the ability when you see this, oh my god. Because again, why wouldn't you do it? Alright, with that, I think the Glue Gunner does something. Maybe I should get the primary training. Yeah, sure. Why not? We can afford that. Alright, so next up we have the ninja. We're gonna be getting the Bloons sabotage, which we need for around 97, 98. Don't need to worry about any of the other rounds. As you can see, DDPs are easy. No problem. Alright, so round 94 is when you want to slow things down a little bit. When you see this, oh my god. Right, there we go. Oh my god. And a silly right away. And that's that taken care of. We will be getting another ninja. I don't want the alchemist to buff it. Let's just place it far down. There we go. Bloons sabotage again. And let's just keep going. The DDTs are easy to deal with, so you don't even need to slow them down. There's no way that you will lose. Round 99 is a little scarier, but round 95 is absolutely no issue. As you can see right here, it's just no chance. Right there.
I see.
Alright, so for round 96, you also should not have any issues. What you would do though, what you should do, is that whenever you see this, oh my god, you slow things down and you use the ability. It's the same story, really. So, oh my god, slow down, use the ability, and should take care of everything. No problem, alright. Next up is gonna be the mortar. Place the... I don't think the mortar should be buffed. Alright, so let's get that. And here you have to be very careful. Because the Oh My Gods, they are fortified. There's 2 of them. And you can very easily leak. So you need to make sure that you target both of them with the mortar. I'm gonna do my best here. I might fail, which is hilarious if I do. But I'm still gonna publish the video because I can just restart because I'm in the challenger editor. But it's just gonna slow things down. There we go. There we go. Get it out of the way here. Get it out of the way. And Isili is handling the other one. There we go, no problem at all. But very close, but no problem. It's actually pretty freaking close. Alright, next up is round 98, and that's a very difficult round, so... What you have to do here is that you have to target both sides with the mortar, and then you have to use slowdown and Isili's ability as soon as you can. And use the slowdown also. But you should use the slowdown at the same time as you use Isili's ability. So I'm just gonna make an attempt here. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna press it here, and then we're gonna go here. And there we go. Then we're gonna slow down, use the slowdown, and then just target both sides here. And that should take care of everything. No problem, look. As you can see, we are demolishing it, everything. Freaking hate when I lose the mortar. Happens sometimes. There we go. We can even slow things down again very soon, so it shouldn't be any problems. And, alright, every Oh My God is gone, so we did it. We completed it. And now, it's gonna go down to 13k when round 99 is over. But for round 99, what you have to do is that very quickly just slow things down. So when we have killed a few Moabs, like that, slow things down, and that should be enough to take care of it. That should take care of everything. Ooh, very close. Look at that. Holy crap. But it was enough. Then you upgrade her to level 20, you're left with 3k. 3k left, so not very much. And of course, with Isili's ability, you can just do this, and the bad is completely gone. Right there. And that's Flooded Valley on Chimps. Pretty funny. But yeah, that was that. So just to show you that I have been able to do this, in case you believe I'm full of crap, it's done right there. I'm still missing a few levels, but Flooded Valley is a difficult level. But I think the strategy here from dpdd, which I will link in the description, is pretty good. But make sure that you do not forget anything. If you do, then you will have to restart. But as you can see, even though I died, I could just restart because I wasn't in the actual level. But I'm the guy with the guide, so it's good that I make the mistakes so you can learn from it. But that's Flooded Valley, the second hardest map I've ever done on the channel. But yeah, I'm not good enough in the game to attempt. Well, I did quad, but even so, that was a pain in the ass, and I'm just not interested in ravine in those maps at the moment. Not because they're not fun, but Chimps is just major pain in the ass with the pixel perfect placements and everything. But anyway, I'm just rambling. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more guide. I'm making currently a video ranking every map from worst to best, so stay on the lookout for that. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.